signify sunshine and flowers and all the fruits of the earth. Majestic mountains.
It could happen only in California. This beauty spot approaches San Simeon Bay.
California, the Golden State, the land of promise, allure, achievement. The land of health and sun and beaches. The postcard state, where everyone happily frolics through the mountains, the deserts, and the Pacific. A slice of Pacific coast that captures every joy of recreation and bucolic landscape.
Views, shimmering lakes fed by melting snows. The busy ports of San Francisco and Los Angeles. Flaming sunsets on the broad beaches of the Pacific.
This is the California that I knew. The version of the state that exists in the head of a high school teenager who is inherently ignorant and who lacked exposure by way of upper middle class white upbringing. This was the California that I knew growing up in a mid-sized beach town, Ventura. This was still the California that I knew when I moved for the first time to Santa Cruz to attend UCSC. Moving from a beach town to a beach town didn't provide much culture shock, much less a new understanding of California.
Like a place you dream about, but never get to? Not at all. You and your family can enjoy the vacation thrills of this fabulous land.
My perspective on my home state only began to shift as I traveled to and from these two spaces, mostly via the 101 freeway. This nearly 5-hour drive, a stretch of close to 300 miles, which I have now driven countless times, began to represent an entirely new version of California for me. The drive opened my eyes to all the towns, communities, and landscapes that are usually not part of the Californian narrative. The spaces that are so foundational and supportive of the prosperous California dream, but they usually go unnoticed, overshadowed by the allure of salt and sun. The spaces many people are just passing through, headed to the next vacation destination. But what about dirt and wind, soil? What about grapes and strawberries and almonds? What about the concrete and steel and the smog? As much as the popular narrative is engulfed with imagery of vast oceans and sparkly beaches, these lands, the flat spaces suffocated by crops, the rolling hills of inland areas dotted with oak trees and homes, and the urban, industrial environment are the foundations bolstering California's petty attempt at a dreamy, sun-soaked Candyland.